Jaden and Caden.
Jaden and Caden. Mr. Brown, this is for you. Well done.
You're going to stay right here. All right. All right. We are so blessed at this school to have 70-pound or less wrestlers. All right. It is an automatic 6 points every time they got to walk out there and raise their hand. It is as good as a pin. All right. They've got a little bit of experience this year, and honestly, you're going to be amazed. These two here are probably going to be up there at 90, 95 pounds next year. They're going to be in a whole nother world, but they are been two great hardworking wrestlers that have been dynamite all year. It's not the size of the wrestler, it's the size of the heart. So thank you, y'all too. Y'all were great this year. Honestly, real quick before I continue with wrestlers, something else I couldn't have done this year, and they need to be mentioned first, is my two managers, Fatima and Anita.
Hey, all right.
Sorry to bring up the shame of everything we've got there, but these girls every day, serious, they didn't just managers to have water for the boys, having the mats down, taping the mats, cleaning the mats, sanitizing the mats, every injury, nosebleed, med bag. I mean, I can't even rattle off everything that they did all season long. Anything we asked, it was yes. What can I do? Anything else I can do? Organizing my paperwork. I could go on and on. So thankful for these two wonderful managers I had. So thank you very much. All right, well, going back, we're with Landon Burke.
Landon Burke.
Yep.
All right.
All right, Landon played soccer and recruited him over. Didn't know he had the passion for it, but turned into a great wrestler. Probably one of the best wrestlers with his stance. And a small wrestler has to be fast, he has to be quick, and he has to be strong. Landon had a phenomenal season. Took about 3 to 4 weeks to get rolling, but then started pinning guys, winning about every match right there at the end. So Landon, what thing for a great season. All right, we're going to 80 pounds. We've got John and Jackson. Come on down.
Come on down. This is for you. This is for you. Excellent. There you go, start one. Was it last year your arm broke?
Yes.
Was it last year? Dislocated an elbow? Oh my goodness. But he's come back and become just a heck of a wrestler. Very excited to watch. Was this your first year? Last night it didn't look like that.
Yeah, no.
You know, both these guys have a lot of potential in wrestling. I'm excited to see what happens next year. It's all about, Coach.
Yep, so 6th grader, 7th grader, both coming back. Thank you, guys. All right, 85 pound. We've got Thomas, Tim, and Red.
All right, Thomas, Tim, Red. Oh, your name's Dylan? Oh, I didn't know.
I'll give it you guys. All right. Again, we've got 6th grade, 6th grade, 6th grade. All right, plenty of talent here. Thomas came out, had an older brother to kind of wrestle and beat up on himself, just up here. But you can see the acceleration is being a 6th grader, competing against 8th graders and winning about every match. Tim, I'm really excited about. Also had an older sibling to beat up on. I love younger siblings because they're already 4 to 5 legs ahead of it. I see a bright future coming with Tim and Red. Honestly, the best part of having multiple wrestles in a weight class, these were the most at wrestle-offs. They became very tight and very comparable, and I was shocked there wasn't more shift from match to match, but they are very competitive in each wrestle-off within weight class. So thank you, guys.
There you go.
All right, 90 pound, we got Jaden, Regomia, Noah, and Mason.
All right. 3 years, Jay? 3 years of wrestling. This weight class is tough. They run into really tough people out there on the mat. These guys have worked hard all season, hustling all season. Jaden's come a long way since 6th grade. We've all seen that. And watching him out there these last few matches have been a good thing to see. And these guys coming back next year, I'm excited to see what we can do. Some tough young men here. All right, thank you.
As we thought, Jaden was our 70-pounder just 2 years ago, so he was right there. And honestly, the match on Tuesday, dude, I don't know how his little feet ran so fast around, got his hand. I mean, it was like a blur on the mat. I mean, I was like, man, Jaden, where'd that come from? That was good stuff. 795, we got Jaden Avila, Ryan Mertz, and Parker Robb.
Go back to your seat. There you go, Jaden, Juan, Mertz, Mr. Rob. And is that it?
All right, with this 3 in our class, so we've got Avila 7, 8, no. 8, yeah, 8, and a 6. 7 with it, okay, in there. Avila, right here on this side, man, you saw his pin yesterday. Rolled him right onto his shoulders, took care of business, has some advanced moves that are going to continue to get better even with another year. Ryan, tough, strong. I think back to St. Chris, was he got a lot of opportunity to get on the mat and compete. And even Parker Robb, just a heart and a desire to be out there and make everyone better that's around him. So thank you guys.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys.
All right, we're in our 100-weight class. We have Marissa, Julian, and Tyson.
Julian and Tyson.
Actually, kind of come in here and get.
Oh, absolutely.
All right, cool. All right, this one is a special weight class. This one actually flip-flopped among all 3 of them through the entire season. Marissa came out of the belt, and honestly, she just showed no quit all season long. And honestly, 3 points versus 6 points, not getting pinned, going to 3 rounds and never getting up. That was Marissa to a T, which saved invaluable points to our season. Julian, then 6th grader, got that newness out of him, figured it out, and just totally came on fire here at the end of the season. You saw last night, fight, wrestle, win on Tuesday, fought all 3 periods last night, almost got a pin at the end, just came a few tight. And then Tyson, sad to see him going as an 8th grader, but all 3 of them competed. Their wrestle-offs were probably the best at every round, fighting to competing to wanting to start. So, great weight class. All right, 105, we got Sean Davis, Jacob Cole.
Come on down. Sean. What grade you in now, Sean? 6th grade? No Cole?
Oh, okay. Oh.
All right.
No, no.
Not going to take.
So Jacob came on as a 6th grader this year and just got out there and hustled and learned. And was always asking questions. And Sean came out there and worked hard, and he hustled. And you know, sometimes when you're new to it, or newer to it, with a new team, and getting out there and just getting after it, and paying attention to people who've been doing it for a while, I think that based on what we've seen so far, next 2 years are going to be very good. So, thank you.
All right, we have our 112s. We got Jenna, David Sadiq, and David Ruiz.
Oh, Sean. Jenna's here. Sadiq is here.
All right, another great class of wrestlers, 112. Sadiq got out there, and Dave Ruiz got out there showing what they've got. Both 7th graders coming back. Actually, all 3 here are 7th graders returning. And honestly, I can't do the season without saying with Jenna here, not one girl wrestler, not two girl wrestlers, we had 3 girl wrestlers, and it's awesome. Man, when you can start out a match, and I'm trying to think middle of the season, where she went out there the first round and pinned her guy in the first round, and everyone on their team is just, 1, what just happened? 2, everyone's like, that was a girl that just beat our best wrestler. And 3, what are we going to do now if that was theirs? But Jenna came out, really had some tough competition. She is right there at the 112s to 132, are the best, strongest, most competitive wrestlers on every team. And Jenna, I mean, I've never seen a 1-0 score point after 3 rounds yesterday. Just tight determination, and every time her move, y'all seen it multiple times. That's my praying mantis. I've already named it. But coaches are coming in and saying, "You've got this girl. What weight class is she in?" All right, and they're like, and all the boys like, "I want to wrestle her." So awesome for a great season here. So thank you. All right, 119, usually always the biggest, and it's still true. We got Britton, Bradley, Jordan, and Isaac.
Coach, Britton, Jordan. All right. Tough weight class, and these guys go to war every day in practice, and just working to get better every day, training hard, working hard. Saying the same stuff for everybody, because this year they really, just worked their butts off. And we have some people that are going to be coming back the next couple of years. Going to be sorry to miss our 8th graders, but I think they're on to bigger and better things in high school, and looking forward to seeing what they do. So thank you guys for all your hard work. Well done. All right. Very good. Take it out.
I have to throw in Britton. The one thing stands out with him, especially an 8th grader going on, it was the Pocahontas or the match right after that. The boy looked twice his size. It was like Britton was riding the horse as he was being thrown around. But honestly, even though you look outmatched, he took care of business. 3rd period, pinned his guy. I won't forget it. It was good stuff.
Coach, I'll jump on that.
In
I
there
had
too.
the privilege of coaching Britton, but also teaching him. And the guy's sharp. And in wrestling, a lot of people that aren't involved in wrestling think that it's a bunch of big dumb guys getting out there and beating the tar out of each other. And it's anything but that. You have to be a thinker to be good at it, especially beyond this point. Beyond middle school, you have to be able to think. And teaching these folks how to think while they're getting beat up. And Britton's got that. He's sharp. So I'm looking forward to see what he does years to come.
Yep. All right, 126. We've got Jacob, Brooklyn, and Chase.
It is. And Chase.
All right, with these 3, Jacob, honestly, every time he would go out there and he would come off after a tough fought match, being in there, I would just like, where did that other wrestler come from? He doesn't look like a middle schooler, but never hung his head, fought hard every time. With Brooklyn and Chase, with wrestle-offs, just exciting. I think the team got more supported and behind her in wrestle-offs when she would compete and beat other wrestlers that motivated them, encouraged them to work. And Chase itching to get out there and have a match and be right there with the team. But great job, all 3 of y'all.
Good job.
Yeah, we've got Dominic Borges, Nick Rosado, and Elijah Booker.
Come on down. Excellent. Dom, Rosado, Elijah. Oh, man. Dominic, what happened like First week. First week. Broke his wrist the first week. And he loves the sport so much, he stayed with us and helped out, and has been a big help here of late. Just working hard, and even though he couldn't wrestle, still a part of the team. Glad to have him back for another third year we've been doing this. Okay, Nick. After last night, I went to go watch some high school matches.
Yeah.
After last night, and if I remember correctly, that was the young man who beat you this time last year. So, way to wrap up your season, okay? Elijah, you're getting there, man. We have you for 1 more year, 2 more years. 1 more year, okay? And a tough field, but he's been working hard and learning a lot, and I'm looking forward to see what he can do for us this time next year. So thank you, guys. Well done. Anything else, Coach?
I'll throw in, and I did mention Nick was one of our captains, and honestly, last night, there was a Facebook post of a parent that wasn't involved with wrestling, but daughter was taking pictures, posted to Facebook, got in a little chat, and didn't use names about it, but said after one of the matches, it made me do a little dance and beat on my chest. And that was the match. I will not forget that. If you get me to do a dance behind the bench, that was awesome. That was just awesome. I can scream now. All right, 138. You got Marco Sadiq.
Own man.
Yes.
Own man.
All right, 8th grader, moving on. Held his weight class down all season long. 3 great years of learning and growing and developing. And a wrestler that would set by examples. Totally bought in, would listen to every aspect that Coach and I gave to him. And did to a T what was ever asked of him. So.
And just coachability stands out with Marco. But the whole group just, we've had people maybe with more talent. They're not coachable, and these guys are coachable, and I think that's going to take them a long way. It's Marco being among them. Thank you. All right, well done.
All right, we got 145. Leo, Xavier, Christian.
Xavier, that's you. That's you. And Christian, excellent. Leo. All right, these guys battled all year long. Tough weight class, a lot of effort, a lot of heart, a lot of back and forth, working hard in practices, and having an opportunity to get out on the mat in front of the crowd. I think they learned a lot this year. I hope they keep up the wrestling next year for the 2 8th graders who are leaving. Christian, how many more years do we have you? 2 more years, and we're looking forward to it. And the next 2 years get better, because then you'll be starting. So looking forward to it. Gentlemen, good luck in high school. Thank you, guys.
With Xavier and Leo, actually Monday they were like, Coach, do we have to wrestle off? I'm going to just let Leo go Tuesday and Xavier go Thursday. Because they were beating each other up so hard in practice. They were tore up for their matches. So they said, hey, we're just going to split one. I'll take one. You take the next one. That's great to see. 155, we got Rick and Emery.
And Rick.
All right. Emery, we've got here as an 8th grader, came out, continued. 6th grader. You're a 6th grader? Oh, this is golden. See, that's a nice. That's awesome. So we've got you first. That's awesome. But what is great, he was under a lot of these other 8th graders that were there learning and maturing and growing and taking it in and worked hard, conditioned hard. Understood what role am I at. I know I'm not going to be that person right now, but I'm looking to the future. And right there in his weight class, Rick, our other captain, which I'm going to have captains, y'all come back down in a second, talk a little bit more, but Rick couldn't be more proud and blessed with having him in this weight class. And at the beginning of the season, we were like, I know I got 3 stud wrestlers. I need to make sure all of you are going to fall in a different weight class. But, I mean, standing out, Rick this season had phenomenal matches. And even yesterday, I didn't know the rule, what happens after you're tied after an overtime period, to go 3 rounds plus an extra period. In that last period, it would have been winner to a takedown, would have taken the match. But smart wrestling held points neutral and made us move on. But 3 years of phenomenal wrestling that Rick has given to us and phenomenal leadership. So thank you guys. All right, we've got Gavin and Jake.
Jake, how many years have you been wrestling?
First year.
First year. Gavin, how many years have you been wrestling?
Second year.
Second year, okay? Did you have an older brother that did this stuff too?
Yes, sir.
And did he beat up on you a lot?
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
I love younger siblings.
And these guys all throughout the year have just worked hard in practice. And, you know, Jake's gotten out there and proven himself to be a good wrestler. Gavin has had a monster season. I'm not going to want to see either of these guys on the mat next year, next couple of years, and I hope they keep at it in high school. And just good, coachable athletes. So well done, guys. Thank you for coming out. All right.
All right, down to our last 2-weight class, 185. We got Ian and Aiden.
I'll get you shaking on the way out. On the way out.
All right, 2 great wrestlers. Ian, are you sure that wasn't your brother you wrestled yesterday? He looked like it. Honestly, he was probably so thankful to have somebody that looked like his stature. Again, he was in a weight class, but he was still probably giving up 10 pounds. When you get into these heavy weight classes, the margin of weight is huge. But I knew that Ian, with his technical skills and ability, that was a great way to wrap up and get that pin yesterday, because that was exciting. Aiden, you're a 7th grader? 8th grader, so hate to see you go, but I think you really enjoyed, I watching you, as you compete out here, that you really enjoyed being out here and competing all season, so thank you.
Thank you both.
And our over 185s, we got Perry and we got Zuza. Come on down. As they come down, explain this heavyweight class for those people that are coming back. In the 185 and over, if the other team doesn't have one, it's a wash and there's no points, so it can't be heard against you. But they changed the rule last year. It used to be they had to be within 10 pounds. This year, well, last year they changed it. They can wrestle anyone within 20 pounds, either over or under in their weight class. All right, so understanding that these guys are going out there and they could be giving up close to almost 20 pounds. I mean, it takes heart and passion. Coach, I'll let you kind of talk these 2 guys.
You know, the big guys have the unfortunate privilege of having to wrestle against me during practice sometimes. And these guys have put in a lot of work and a lot of training and come out the other side. They're 2 different people than when we got them at the beginning. Tavon, how's it feel to win that? How's that feel, man?
That was awesome.
That was awesome. Let's do another round of applause. He's come a long way in wrestling. He's learned a lot this year, working hard, and I hope he keeps with the sport. Good job, both of you. Thank you. All right.
As we wrap up, I think, because I thought of Perry, I turned to Coach Corday last night. Not here.
Not here, not here.
Not here. Yes. Actually, Nick and Rick come up while I talk. Is Perry, as he wrestled all year, did football, wasn't sure, came out with wrestling. his first few matches, it got that second period, and it was just like, wow, a minute and a half is long, and I'm tired. This third period's something else. I turned to Coach Torje and I said, that win yesterday was, I give you credit to Coach Torje, because the conditioning, Coach Torje is really my right-hand man doing all the conditioning, the workouts before practice, during practice.
During school.
During school? Oh, seriously. You've seen wrestlers doing push-ups in the hallways? It happens. All right. But Perry, the last two matches going into the third period and having the endurance through, I said, Coach Torje, that's part of your hard work and effort that you put in these boys with their conditioning for the season. But couldn't be more blessed with these two being my captain this year. I trust them with everything in total regard. The team knew if it came from them, it might as well have been coming from myself, from Mr. Torje. I could walk away from a practice and have total faith that it would be run and disciplined and structured the same way Mr. T and I would have expectations for these two to lead it and run it and set that example for their entire team that they will follow. All right? Guys, do you remember the video, the title of the video we watched yesterday?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
What was the title? Extreme
Ownership.
Extreme ownership. Taking ownership and commitment, and when you have to take the lead and make the decision, all your teammates trust what decision you made and follow the same ownership that my captains had all year. And I truly have faith, and I want to see y'all go on. You are always welcome to come back and step foot and assist anytime you want to come back to Hungary Creek to be part of my program. So thank you, Tim. All right. They just blessed Mr. T and I with gift cards, and honestly, I had other people that brought up these. This is beyond anything that Mr. T and I expect, but this is just how we feel blessed and how y'all support us in what we do. My ultimate goal is to have a great wrestler, but above that, I'll end on this last thing. I'll be done talking. Y'all been sitting forever, and I thank you. But that we can instill character to grow these young men and women into our future strong leaders that will lead by example. That is Mr. T's and my ultimate goal. If they walk out of here and are different because they have character and they set the example of who they are, I could not be more proud than anything I saw on the wrestling mat. So, final words.
We talked about it earlier. Coach Metz and I are among kind of a dying breed of coach. We have noticed this with our peers. We appreciate all this, but if you like what's happening, you could let our boss know that too. You know, but seriously, there's other sports I just won't coach anymore. But working with these guys and girls, it's worth it, every bit of it, and they're a great bunch, and you should be proud of them, because we sure are. Thank you.
All right, y'all have a wonderful evening. We'll see most of y'all next year.